welcome to episode 2 of the Letter Archive, a place where the past still speaks. I'm Rachel, and each week we open a piece of history, one letter at a time. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I now present to you part 2 of the Dooley Writes collection. The following are real letters from the Dooley Writes collection.
October 19th, 1923, Thursday night. Dearest Jess, had time to write yesterday, but was afraid my letter would reflect my feelings. It was so rainy and windy all day that I couldn't keep from being lonesome and almost blue. It's the first good rain we have had since I came, and you can imagine how badly it was needed. It is beginning to feel like winter, but the sun has been shining today, and I am all right again. I cannot find your last letter, but I'll try not to leave out anything. I quit a perfectly good rook game just to write to you. Who said my heart is not on the right side? But I want you to get my letters in time to answer on Sunday. When you fail to answer on Sunday, I'll know that you are letting the young lady across the street help you burn gas. Why not help entertain each other when you are both lonesome? Just be sure you do all of your driving in the daytime, 'cause Haleyville teachers cannot do night riding, as it is called here. Of course, I wouldn't if I could, but the point is that I couldn't if I wanted. We are going to have a fair next week, but the ground is so far out from town that I don't know whether I'll venture out or not. Did you go to the LR fair? Would you be surprised if you came to Haleyville? Can't say exactly, I only know that I wish you would. You remember how glad I always was when you came to magazine. Well, that doesn't compare with the way I would feel about it now. Don't accuse me of being homesick. I just want to see you. Mother sent me some flowers from home the other day, and I almost wept. They were so pretty and they kept nicely. Even Uncle Dave writes the darlingest letters to me, and he sent me some music last week. Do you suppose I'll make it until next spring? Miss McDuffie and I are planning to spend the weekend in Birmingham in about 2 weeks. In other words, after the next payday. By the way, she said tell you hello. Don't much like to do it, because if you ever see her, you will fall for her. She's not only good looking, but very sweet, and everyone likes her. I'm crazy about her. The music study club is giving a party tomorrow night. I missed the last meeting and don't know what they have planned, but I'm sure it will be nice because they certainly know how to do things. Late tomorrow afternoon, the high school is going on a wiener roast. It's almost too much for one day, but I don't turn down anything that has go to it. Went to the show one night this week for the second time since I came. But we have had so much to do all the time that I haven't thought of a picture show. Glad you are learning to like football. I haven't seen a game this season. We haven't enough big boys in our school to have a game, and as yet the Northwest High School has not had a game at home. Surely would like to see a game, though. If I have left out anything, just remind me of it and I will try again. Always, Dooley. Haleyville, Alabama, October 27th, 1923. Dearest Jess, there is so much I want to say that I hardly know where to begin. I want so badly to say what I think. It's because I am perfectly helpless when it comes to writing. You could never have chosen a better week to make me supremely happy, because I have been so busy that I haven't had time for a good-sized sneeze. This week of all times, I needed someone to be nice to me, only I feel that I don't deserve it all. Your letter didn't come until Thursday, but I've been trying ever since to find time to write. Your selection of music is very good. I'm real proud of you. I like one piece. I'm waiting for ships that never come in. Especially well, and I've played it dozens of times. The others are pretty also, and I appreciate it, the music, ever so much. Maybe I had better tell you what I've been doing. We are going to have a Halloween party over to school, and each teacher is responsible for one thing. I'm responsible for the whole program, and we are having to work like fury to get it up. Then, too, I am in a play the Culture Club is giving, and of course we practice that at night. I am Lizy Ann, a woman who borrows but never gossips. I'll be glad when it is all over. We had a holiday Wednesday on account of the fair. However, I didn't go. Haven't been out at all until a while this afternoon. We only stayed long enough to hear our fortunes told because there was nothing else interesting. Until I had my fortune told, I didn't care for your taking Osie to the show, but after what she said, I am terribly jealous. Do you believe it? Suppose I can stand the way you run around with Osie and Clara Marie if Chaz and J.C. can. I'm glad you went to see the folks while you were in Hartford and hope you will go every time you are in town. Clara Marie told me that she took dinner with your folks and how she enjoyed the visit. One of the Northwest High teachers is spending the night with Miss McDuffie and me. She is such an attractive girl and just as sweet as she is. Attractive. We've been having a lot of fun. Right now, they and the twins are playing rook. They wanted to excuse me long enough to write to you and tell you how perfectly darling you are for sending the flowers. They are precious, and they kept beautifully. You see, I am not the only ones to enjoy them tonight. Listen, next time I see you, I'll try to tell you just how happy the flowers made me. Wish you could meet some of my girlfriends here. I believe they are true blue, and I enjoy their friendship so much. Miss McDuffie and I are going to Birmingham next Friday at 3:30 and stay until Sunday evening. I'm going to take time to scribble you a scrawl before I go, 'cause I love you. Always. Dooley. Haleyville, Alabama, November 1st, 1923. Dearest Jess, if you only knew how busy I am trying to get everything ready to leave this town at 2:30 tomorrow, you would sure enough appreciate this letter. But I wanted to let you know that if you don't hear from me again soon, that it might be a good idea to come to Birmingham and help hunt me up. I may get lost in the city. Nana and I are terribly thrilled because we are going to get to leave Haleyville for the weekend. Did you have a wild time last night? We had a Halloween party in the schoolhouse and made $76. Not only made lots of money, but had lots of fun. Each teacher had charge of a booth. I was responsible for the program and afterwards had charge of the voting for the prettiest girl. That was quite interesting for a while. I wanted them to let the teachers enter the contest because I knew I would win as I had charge of the voting, but they didn't listen to me. I have given up my part in the new play because I haven't time to practice. And of course, I'm such a blockhead that I never could learn my lines. I'm helping one of the teachers with an operetta, and that takes most of my time. We had a big fire in town today. Our bakery and picture show. Now it will be ages before I get to go to another picture show, I suppose. Wish I had gone more than twice since I've been here. Nina sends a howdy again. I'm going to stop sending them. Don't you nearly freeze driving over the country these days? Hope I'll have a letter from you when I get back. Always Dooley. P.S. Nearly all my flowers are still pretty. November 5th, 2023. Haleyville, Alabama. Dearest Jess, why didn't you surprise us by meeting us in Birmingham? It would have been a lovely surprise. It rained all day Saturday, but that didn't keep us from staying downtown and looking at the pretty things. Miss McDuffie's mother and cousin from Gadsden, Alabama met us there. I met so many of her friends and relatives that I feel like I have known her always. My cousin, Lula's brother, entertained us, son, and I feel so much better after having poured out all my worries in his sympathetic ear. Coming back Sunday night, our train collided with a freight, and we had a big wreck. It seems nothing short of a miracle that no one was killed and so few seriously injured. I escaped with a few bruises, that at first my nose was broken, but it wasn't. I'll admit that I'm slightly disfigured, but I'm tired already of people staring and saying, "How is your nose?" The wreck happened just before we got to Haleyville, but it seemed ages before any of the people from town got out there. Shirley was glad to see 'em. So much for the wreck. You said something about my beauty. Shall I tell you how many young men there are in town? There are 3 about 23 years old, and one 32 years old. There are 17 girl teachers besides all the other girls in town already, so you see the young men can't get around very often. The one 32 never goes with the girls. One of the others comes to see Miss Mac all the time. The school board has asked one of the teachers not to go with another one. The other one has been to see me a few times, but he doesn't like me and I don't like him, and the times are few and far between. Just enough to make up for you taking Ty and Mary and all those other places. Hope you had a pleasant trip to Ozark and Coal Hill. You usually do, don't you? My flowers are still pretty. Always, Dooley. November 23rd, 1923, Haleyville, Alabama. Dearest Jess, we are not having school this afternoon because it's raining too hard. I mean, we taught straight through until 1 o'clock and dismissed. So it is just an ideal afternoon to sit by the fire and knit. Didn't know I could knit, did you? I'm only learning, and as yet it is rather a slow go. But I believe I will enjoy it when I learn it better. I suppose Maud or Mother or someone has already told you about my hair being bobbed? Wouldn't mention it now, only I want to know what you think about it. Don't forget to tell me. I was told a few days ago that I look 150% better. And I've been wondering ever since what on earth I must have looked like before. One of the other teachers, who has bobbed hair, told me that she knew I'd never regret it unless it was on rainy days when I couldn't keep the curl in it. This is the first time it has rained. The curl is gone, and still I don't regret it. My only regret came when I found that Mother detested bobbed hair so much. Don't know why she wrote me such a letter, because she hadn't even heard about my hair when she wrote it. I shudder to think what her next letter will contain, but I thought I'd do something so that you folks would not want me to come home Christmas. It is hard to stay here when everyone is insisting that I come home, but I am not planning to go. Will my hair serve the purpose? Yes. The claim agent came to see me at school the very next day after the wreck and looked me up by surprise that I didn't have sense enough to think. I've been wanting to kick myself for not thinking of a pass. But it is all due to my innocence because I didn't think about him coming to see me. I only thought it was my hard luck because I was in the wreck. I'll know how to act next time. I thought about our narrow escape last year but did not remember the exact date. You remember dates better than most anyone, don't you? It certainly was sad about Evelyn Conroy. So many sad things have happened in Hartford, or to Hartford people, since I left. Is James Finlay well yet? We had the first number of our Lyceum Tuesday night, a quartet, and I can't say that it was especially good. It was supposed to be the best, or one of the best of the course, and if it is, I'm not anxious to hear the rest. I went to prayer meeting last night for the first time since I come. Went to Presbyterian. Just found out last Sunday that Miss Foster is well acquainted with Leo Malam and the Patties. She said she didn't know until then that I was from Hartford, Arkansas. Or she would have told me about it before. She has planned several times to visit Leo. I insisted that she wait until I get home. Haven't found anyone yet who knows the Humphreys family. I've asked Clara Marie several times to tell me Charles's sister's name, and I might hunt her up, but she has not told me yet. Last Sunday afternoon, Mr. Cowart, Miss McDuffie's friend, took her and me to Russellville, Alabama. It's only a small town, but we had heard so much about it that we wanted to see it. When we got there, the roads were so good that we just kept driving until we came to Muscle Shoals, about 60 miles from here. You can imagine how very much we enjoyed it, and I'll not try to tell you about it. Can say that I've seen at least one interesting place in Alabama. We had supper in Florence. On the way back, we had a blowout, caught a possum in the road, and had to back up a hill. Then got home at 9 o'clock. Always in Dooley. Haleyville, Alabama. November 29th, 1923. Dearest Jess, it has rained all morning and is still raining. Miss McDuffie is at home, and what promised to be a dreary and lonesome Thanksgiving Day was turned into a pleasant one when the flowers came. They are beautiful. It was nice of you to think of them. and made me realize that I have many things for which to be thankful. There are so many that I am going to take part of them over to school tomorrow and let them brighten my studio. There was a ball game at the Northwest High this afternoon, but the rain kept me at home. I don't much care, however, as it turned out to be a free-for-all fight. This part of Alabama is rather wild, I'm told, and I'm beginning to believe it. We will have no more school this week, and nearly all of the teachers are out of town. I'll have to work Friday and Saturday from 8 till 5 to make up for today. Don't I pay for my holidays, though? You know I haven't heard yet what you have to say about my hair, but I guess it must be all right, or you would not have sent the flowers. Well, it was sweet of you to send them, and I appreciate them very much. Always Dooley, Friday. Didn't get this mailed this morning, so that I'll write some more after your letter has been received. I haven't seen the show which you mentioned. As you dislike shows so much, I'm sure it must have been a punishment to you when Nora and Dura made you go with them. I never think of going to the show these days, but of course it is because we haven't a good one. You were nice about my hair, weren't you? I was most afraid you would never speak to me again. I believe Lizzie is the only one who doesn't care. Mother and Clara haven't said one word about it, but I guess the other letter from Mother expressed her sentiments enough. I hope she has decided that it is fine, because her letter made me quite unhappy. What does Charles think of me? A lock of my hair is as precious now as it was when it was long. You see, there was only 3 or 2 inches to be cut off, and that wasn't enough to save. Sorry, I can't gratify your wish. When you talk about coming to see me, I know it is through curiosity, but remember, I didn't say my looks are improved. But I'm glad my hair is bobbed if it will make you come to see me. Honest, you don't know how glad I would be for you to come before Christmas, after Christmas, or any time. Believe I'd rather know when you are coming, only it would be a nice surprise, wouldn't it? I've asked Mr. Foster a little about the route, and this is how you can come from Memphis. Leave on Memphis special at 8 p.m., get to Sheffield at 11:50, leave Sheffield at 1:35, and arrive here at 6:45 a.m. We left here about 3 o'clock, and got to Memphis something after 7, I think. How is this for details? You wouldn't be criticized for leaving the state, I suppose, but I surely would like to see you. Dooley, Haleyville, Alabama, December the 10th, 1923. Dearest Jess, I wrote you a letter yesterday while I was at school, but it didn't sound just right, so I would wait until today, and the better the day, the better the deed. Wasn't that just a dream about the snow down there in Ark? If not, then you have beat Allah again in having the first snow of the season. While you were at the game Thanksgiving, did you remember that U of A and Oklahoma A&M played last year at that time? Haven't I a wonderful memory? Well, we had our operetta, 7th grade, Friday night, and it certainly is a relief to Nora and me. It went off nicely and was well worth the time and effort spent on it. Guess we will have to practice every night now on a Christmas cantata which has just been started, but the responsibility belongs to someone else. After practice last night, we went to the show to see Homeresque. I liked the picture very much. Mr. Fitz told us yesterday that he thought we were going to have 2 weeks Christmas. I really hope we don't, because the work is so hard after a long vacation. If we do have 2 weeks, I'll almost have to go home, but of course I can't tell yet. It would be kind of foolish to chase around all that time in Allah when I could be at home, wouldn't it? I'm so glad you are planning to come to Haleyville, and the 4th of January would suit me perfectly, except that I don't know yet where I'll be. The Fosters are leaving Christmas and not coming back until school starts again. So you see, I couldn't come back early. Of course, if UPC doesn't see fit to give us 2 weeks, I'll be in Haleyville and tickled to death to see you. But we can decide later about the date, can't we? I usually have a few lessons on Saturday, but good man, I'd put off lessons any day in the week to talk to you. No charges. Love, Dooley. Haleyville, Alabama. January 3rd, 1924. Wednesday night. Dearest Jessie, Guess I have been rather slow about answering, but when I tell you what all I've been doing, you will understand. This is the first night I have had at home in a week. One night. We went to a Christian Endeavor social and, of course, enjoyed it lots. Monday night, I heard a lecture given by a returned missionary from Africa. He was quite interesting. Last night, I went to a play given by a class of Baptist SS. Aren't you the kindest one for taking Mary to the show? I'm glad. Only you'd better not try too hard to make her love you, as one of us would die of a broken heart. Please reconsider. But it is just like you to want to do that, and you will surely accomplish your aim if you start out to do that. I just know you all were terribly excited over Nana's narrow escape. That sounds like a close call. Tell her to please be more careful in the future. W.O.D. seems to have taken a sudden interest in you. He asked so many questions about you Sunday night that I think he knows as much about you now as I know. Of course, that is a lot. Nana said, "Tell you that howdy is a mighty poor answer to a leap year proposal. Don't know exactly what I do think of this flirtation you two are carrying on, but I guess it is all right this time. Nana is a pretty good sort. We are planning a picnic this weekend to Natural Bridge, Alabama. The station is about 15 miles from here, and they do say that the bridge itself is worth seeing. One of the interesting things in Allah, don't you know? We are going on the train, of course, and expect to have a very nice time. Wish you could be with us. Love, Dooley." Haleyville, Alabama, January 7th, 1924. Dearest Jess, I am more homesick right now than I was when I started for home 2 weeks ago. But I have some new pupils, and the old ones seem so sweet that it makes me almost ashamed for having talked mean about them. In a way, it is good to be back, and even if it is cold as everything. Yesterday it was 2 below zero, but thank goodness it is hardly so cold today. Had a lovely time in Conway and finished learning to play bridge, although I stayed true only one night. Ruth and Ruby Highfield got on the train at Russellville on their way back to Central. I was in L.R. only one night, and Sissy and I stayed with Mrs. Stewart. I was kept so busy that I didn't get to see half of the people I wanted to see. Reba and Homer brought Bob out to see me that night, and I enjoyed it. Oh, just very well. He has changed a little, and I believe it isn't for the better. I fully meant to have my likeness photographed, but was kept so busy that I just didn't do it. Please don't tell me that you are disappointed, 'cause I don't want to disappoint you, and I will do it yet sometime, soon as I have another chance. Watch me and see. Made connections nicely and arrived in Birmingham early Saturday a.m. Met every train from Hadsden, and Nana didn't come. After calling every hotel in town, I called Nana, and she said she missed her train, but I hardly see how she could have missed them all. I was so peeved at Nana and Duffy that I thought I'd never speak to her again. But you know my weakness. I cannot stay peeved at one, and she was so nice about it that we are acting same as ever. I came on to Haleyville Saturday night, and it just breaks my heart to think about coming back to Haleyville so early, when I might have had another night with you, or even Conway or L.R. would be better than here. It seems that I am the original hard luck fellow, though. I lost my watch somewhere between Marlton and Shady Grove. You can imagine how that makes me feel. I left odds in both Conway papers, but really I have no hopes of finding it, and I am simply lost without it, too. We have already started making use of our cards, and Nana brought back the new game, Mahjong, so I suppose we will be highly entertained. I guess we will have to entertain ourselves in that way, as I've had only a peep at WQD, and neither of us have had a date since we came back. It fairly grieves us to death. But I know my 8th grade crush still likes me, 'cause he gave me some candy today. Isn't that nice? You don't know how very much I'd like to be with you tonight. Honest. Love, Dooley. Place, Haleyville, Alabama, January 8th, 1924. Time, leap year. 1. Salutation. Dearest Jessie. 2. My reason for writing. A. I'm lonesome. B. I have nothing else to do. C. Just found a stamp. D. I'm thinking of you. E, it's leap year. 3 topics. A, the weather. It's raining. Love. I love you. I need you. I want you. Please marry me. Remember, it's leap year. For conclusion, nay? Signed, Hope. VPSA, please write me. Box 7, Haleyville, Alabama. Haleyville, Alabama. January 18th, 1924. Dearest Jess, the enclosed clipping will give you some idea of the excitement we had a few days ago. The fire and excitement, however, all belong to Miss McDuffie and me. I feel a little hacked every time I think about it. But we have been teased so much that we are just about tease-proof, and I might as well tell you about it. It was one of those real cold nights, and as we didn't have a fire in our room, we proceeded to take a hot brick to bed with us. Evidently, it was too hot or else it wasn't wrapped well. Anyhow, it set the bed on fire. At first, we were scared silly. Then we were distressed over the price of a new mattress. But now, we are able to see it as a joke and laugh with others. Everybody in town knows it. Might say that the fire was all extinguished before Foster's knew anything about it. They have been so sweet about it. This is Mr. Foster's week off at nights, and we have played rook nearly every night. We like them so much. The twins never associate with any of us anymore. Nana and I have enjoyed the cards you sent ever so much. She asked me to tell you howdy and thank you for the cards. The Fosters have decided that they want to learn, and we are going to teach them sometime. The calendar came today, and it certainly is pretty. I'm very glad to get it, and I appreciate not only the calendar, but your thoughtfulness as well. Aren't you about to have a birthday soon? Hope it is a pleasant one in every way. Nana has a birthday tomorrow. Guess I'll have to give her fine things, package of gum, and get ahead of her. Now, did you like Nana's proposal? You said some nice things to me about the sender. Why didn't you write her a snappy answer? Listen, we sent Cecil Balkman one like that, and he sent us a box of candy, but later wrote an acceptance to the proposal. Guess we will be right off to Utah, 'cause half of us had a hand in it. Do you remember the Northwest boy so good-looking that I told you about? He is going to get married tomorrow to a Haleyville girl. She works in bank, and I guess she will make living, and I am just broken-hearted. Suppose he has an eye for business, but I can't see her side when he is only a freshman in high school. WDD has had 2 dates since I came back. Aren't you terribly jealous over the way he is rushing me? You have every cause to be, I'm sure. He invited me to a dance last Saturday night, but naturally I couldn't go. He immediately asked me to go to Christian Endeavor the night. Some difference, eh? I couldn't do that either, but I gave him a date for church. Our only social event since our return was given by Culture Club last Friday. It was lovely. We have just realized that our stay in Haleyville is exactly half up. I'm about ready to be moving on because I don't see anything interesting in Haleyville life from here on out. How was your trip to Hartford? Hope you saw the folks. Do you know that they have actually condescended to write to me once since I came back? Of course, I realize how busy they are, but it does seem that they could write more often. Do you know of anyone else to whom that might apply? Susie has not written to me yet. Had a letter from Bob yesterday. Don't I give the details, though? Has Verl come to Fort Smith yet? If so, look her up a little bit for me, too, and tell her I'd like very much to see her. And, strange to say, I wouldn't object to seeing her Uncle Jess either. Love, Dooley.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of the Dooley Writes collection. In part 3, we learn a little bit of history about our letter writer, as well as the mysterious Jessie Redyard. If you'd like to hear more voices from the past, please follow and subscribe to the Letter Archive wherever you get your podcasts. To see these letters, photographs, and more, please visit theletterarchive.com. Come back soon. The past has more to say.